I'm going to challenge you to a tennis match because you can't walk with your knee and I can't run with my hips. We're going to stand on the baseline.
I concede.
We're going to stand on the baseline and just hit the ball back and forth.
You got it. You win.
The win tonight's got to make your knee feel a little bit better. Just a crushing defensive performance by this Trailblazer team.
Yeah, we discussed getting down, being manly, handling business, and I thought the guys responded. It was a good effort, really good effort for this time of year. I think we're probably tonight. We probably are one of the best teams, and not the best team in the country. We just got to keep building.
Kurt Signetti this afternoon was asked on the sideline reporter before the game started, and he was in a hurry. I don't know why they try to do that. Coaches have their minds on the game. Anyway, what do you need to do? And he said, it's hack and win. And then walked away. Yeah. It's pretty simple.
Yeah. We needed to get down, get in the stance, be tougher than them at the spot every time all night, be tougher with the ball than we were last night or especially Tuesday. Just be us. Be the best, manliest, toughest version of ourselves. That's what these games are about, and I thought we were. We got a lot of room to still improve, but, we were pretty good tonight.
The very element that you needed last year that we really missed was the point guard position, not to diminish what LeBron Thomas was able to do, but your plan was to play Vassar at the point and Thomas at the two. And tonight, Vassar showed why we missed him so much. Wound up with 24 points and drilled four trays. He was played with authority, with poise, was in command, I think, of what he did almost all night long.
Well, and going back to last year on that, and they would have been back and forth like we did with Porter, Clemens, Tisdale, Tigets, and so many others that we've had. And you'll never convince me, no disrespect to Trinity Valley or, who won it. If we would have had Vassar, we would have won the national title last year. I mean, we were right there anyway. If you put him out there with it, we knew that at the time. We knew what we were missing all year last year. But we had a great year anyway. But this team, it's growing. It's learning. We're learning it. We're getting tougher. I think we've grown in these 5 games, quite a bit. I've challenged them quite a bit here, and I thought they responded tonight. So I feel good about them today. We'll get back and lift early morning on Monday, and we'll see if we have the right attitude Monday. And if we do, then this has been a great first week.
Well, let's talk about attacking the basket. I thought Dayton Williams did an outstanding job of that all night long, but then he stepped out for a couple of long trays. I don't know how many rebounds he got. I'm sure we had a huge advantage in the rebounding again tonight, but I thought Dayton also had a nice floor game as well.
A good game. He's had good games every game, and he can hit threes. He hit 36% last year. And I told you I think in the pregame tonight, I said he's probably going to have to hit some of them because they're going to play off of him. And I thought you saw in the second half, very basic stuff against the zone that it's going to be very difficult to zone us. I mean, we've got too many shooters, and and this time we have guys we can put in the high post that can hurt you. We can open up into a 4-out situation, or we can put into a high-low situation in the high post. And, some nights the ball doesn't fall, but it's going to be difficult to think you're going to throw a zone that's going to work.
Another thing I thought was impressive was you went to the locker room with a 22-point lead and clearly in command of the game, but we came out in the second half and did not trail off. I mean, we attacked immediately. They didn't score for, the first 7 minutes of the second half of the game, and, just at that point, it was just we were scoring at will.
I think we gave up, maybe 15 in the second half, something like
that? They got 16 points.
Something like that. I knew it was 15, 16 points. In the first half, they hit that last second shot to get to 21. We could have had a chance to hold them under 20 both halves, which, you saw this team last night. You saw what they did to Olney. So this wasn't we were beating up on somebody. We weren't picking on anybody tonight. This is this good basketball team. Now they win 40 points, something like that last night against Olney. So we just were really good tonight. We were really good, and things went our way.
You were worried a little bit about Gattiata, but, he never really got untracked. He wound up with 8 points, but it was a soft 8. I think we defended them everywhere on the floor. They had no player to give them any momentum.
Well, Devin did a good job. Dayton did a good job. The one thing about him, he's athletic and shoot. He do all kinds of things, but he plays the ball in front of himself. And those players like that, if you get up there and you get in that space and square them up, you can kind of neutralize them. And Dayton did a good job of concentrating on that and making that happen for most of the night, and then whoever else was in there and guarded him did. But that was an emphasis area, and we really thought guys like that, if you get down and do what we try to teach them to do, you can neutralize those type of players And Dayton did a good job of focusing on that and getting it done.
Yeah, you said in the pregame you wanted to shorten up the lineup tonight and work where the rotation was going to be effective, and I think we found that. But late in the game, I thought the guys that came off the bench really were engaged. They were just out there slinging the ball.
Well, let me tell you, and I mean this: we've got 14 guys that at some point in their careers can be good players. We don't have anybody that can't. Now we got guys need to develop, and some might not be up the other. But if everybody on our team, all 14 guys, work every day, determined, they can all be good players. I don't have any doubt about that. I don't have any doubt about any one of the 14 guys on our team.
So let's go forward now. On Wednesday night, we've got Harry S. Truman. They were close. They took Wabash Valley into the second half. When I tuned in, it was 37-33, about 3-4 minutes in the second half. Wabash finally pulled away 77-55. That was Truman's season opening game, but at this point, I'm sure you're going to get busy, discover something about them. But again, we'll have a huge advantage to be the heavy favorite in the game on Wednesday.
We just worry about us. That's all we ever do. We worry about us. We schedule the best schedule we can possibly schedule, and we worry about us. And that's what we'll do. We'll get a day tomorrow off. We haven't had, we've had to play
5-8.
5-8 or 5-9, whatever it is, and now we'll get a day, and then we'll go back, and we'll be in the weight room Monday morning, and we'll see how good we can get by Wednesday.
Coach, 5-0 feels pretty good. Congratulations.
Thanks, Dave.